Number 29, continuing with our July theme of landscapes. If you're new here, we're doing 52 paintings this year, one every Tuesday, and a different theme every month. I am just putting clean water on my paper, and I'm kind of just rounding it off a little bit here. I'm going to take some Prussian blue and just start putting it in that clean water. And I know I have a lot of water on my brush, but that's because I want to try something with you today. And switching over to my size 6 round, and I'm going to just start putting in some more Prussian blue here. You can see I'm just kind of being haphazard with it. And I'm going to let the water that was on there, because it's, remember, we had a lot of water. Usually we don't let the water move, but I wanted to try this for just kind of an organic looking sky. See what it comes up with if we just move the paper around a little bit, keeping some of the darker up here. And maybe do a little bit this way. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it unless I see parts on the side, on the edges that I want to fill in. We're going to let that dry and see if we want to add any more layers to that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to just grab a pencil real quick, and I'm going to draw in a little path. And it's going to be a narrow path because these landscapes, I'll tell you what, they are bringing to mind Bible verses, Christian songs, and we're going to just do it like that. By the way, let me just have you take a look at my colors I'm using today. That is the Prussian blue we just used. We've got olive green, yellow green, burnt sienna, and vermilion. Okay, those are from my Leong paint set here, which is quite messy, but boy, I've been having fun in that this year. And I think they've served us well. And now to our size 6 round brush. I've got quite a bit of water on here, mostly water, and then some of the yellow green. I'm going to get more water because I like wet on wet. I just normally prefer that. Normally, not always. I'll speed you up as I fill in the rest of this with water and a little bit of yellow green. And once I have that all wet, I'm just going to add some more yellow green and just put it throughout, leaving some spots lighter than others. And next we are going to, this is still wet, the yellow green is still wet. We're going to bring in olive green, and we're just going to kind of mix it in here and there to give some variation in our grass. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do vertical lines. Just in case we end up seeing brush strokes, at least it looks like more grass. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be any certain area. All right. I think down here, we're going to do a few little tufts, I'm going to call them. I'm going to do them while this is wet on wet, and then I'm also going to define them once this dries, but we're going to make that a little bit darker down here. It looks messy, I know, but don't worry. Don't you worry. All right, we're going to leave that for now, let that dry. I've switched to my number 2 round brush, and down here I'm just going to flick in some little lines, really light to the touch, at least trying to be light to the touch, but sometimes it gets a little heavy. All right. You get the drift here, right? Could do some up here, maybe a couple over here. You can just do little little V shapes if you want. Okay. We're going to leave that for now. Actually, let me just do a couple more, like, I'm not loving those V's as much. Okay. Dry that. Cleaned off my size 2, and I have added vermilion onto it now. And I'm just going to dot some flowers kind of like growing on these little greens. I don't know what kind of flower these are. This is not supposed to be any certain type of flower. I don't even know if there is one that looks like that. So I'm just going to dot those in. And I love this vermilion color. I don't use it very often, but I saw that in there and I thought, that looks really nice. So as I dot these in, we'll start thinking about what we're going to do on the horizon there. Well, you already saw. If you saw the thumbnail when you saw my video, then you know what we're doing, right? Admittedly, that one's probably too big for being in the distance, but that's okay. Girl, I don't have time to redo this. I just don't. It's been quite a last, 6 or 7 days. So I'm good to even be getting the painting done this week. Let me just throw that out there. Okay, I think that's good, except I am going to add some splatter. And with the vermilion, so I'm just going to put a little bit more water on my brush. I'm going to protect the sky. And it's okay if it gets on the path, because the path is going to be, what do you call it, darker than the vermilion. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, I didn't get very much on there. Hold on. I need more paint on my brush. I hate it when that happens. There we go. Okay, you know what's happening? This is a size 2. That's my problem. Let me get the size 6. There we go. I don't want a ton, but I do want it. You know, nothing's coming over here, so I'm just going to dot some in here really lightly. No one will know. No one will know we did that. Okay. Let's dry all of that and see if we want to put another coat on these, if they dry a little too light for us. Have you guessed the Bible verse that's in my mind yet? I'm going to just put a little bit of yellow-green on this again, because there's just this white spot up here. Oops, that's a little too much. That I want to be green, going over to the path. All right. I'll share my Bible verse when we're all done here if you haven't guessed it already, or even if you have guessed it already. I have got my size 6 round again, and I've just got water on it, clean water. And I'm going to actually turn it this way. It's just going to be easier. And I'm going to come right along the horizon line. I'm going to come up to the path, and then I'm going to stop and come back down this way. And you can make, well, we can judge that. You can make shapes right now or whatnot. But I'm going to now get olive green while that water is still wet. And I'm just going to start dotting it in at the bottom here, skipping our path. But going over to it. And we're just going to fill that in. And then we can make different shapes if we want. We can have some come up higher right here if we want. They're just trees. We got just trees on the horizon there. And then we can have them come down here if we want. Whatever looks good to you. I think we'll do some up here too. I kind of maybe want the trees to maybe go over the path. Don't worry, we're going to make some more shapes in here with darker colors, so I know it looks crazy right now. But let's just do that. All right. We're going to let that dry. Now that is dry and my paper's kind of buckling because I'm using my dryer so much. And now we're going to kind of come in here and just kind of put some darker colors here and there, definitely down at the bottom. Let's just start with that for now. It is so stormy here. I'm going to be surprised if the lighting holds up for this painting. We're going to have this tree kind of be closer to the foreground, so we're going to make it darker. Maybe they're trees, maybe they're big shrubs. I don't know what they are. Maybe some in the center, in the front there too. And let's do the same over here. I'm going to speed us up here a little bit just because I'm just making dots. See how I'm letting some of the light green still kind of peek through here and there? And then let's do this guy here. A little bit of just detail in the background. I'm not really trying to make those super dark in the back, just kind of like giving them some texture. And we're also going to add pen details at the end. So, okay, well, let's dry that. And now I'm going to take some clean water and put it on our path. Clean-ish water. There might be some green left on there, but that's all right. Okay. Get that nice and wet. I might have a little bit too much water on there because I can kind of see a little bit of puddling. So what I did is dried my brush on my towel, and then I just soaked up some of that water. And then I'm going to come, while that's still wet, I'm going to come in to our burnt sienna. And I'm going to get some going on the edges here. And then just some lines maybe in the center as well. I don't want it to be mud, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of doing this burnt sienna kind of, I don't know, kind of reminds me of like a nice clay dirt. So make it darker in the foreground, and then it'll lighten up. And maybe just go along where our pencil line was. Does not have to be perfect. Have I ever mentioned that? Only about 700 times. Okay. Ooh, I think she's looking pretty cute. And once all that is dry, I'm going to bring in a size 2 micron. I don't do this very often, but I'm just going to add some little birds in the distance. And when by birds, I mean like, just, you know how we do. Like how we've all kind of been taught to do that. Kind of a little V, but with a little curve in it. And then if we're going to do one a little bit closer, and then maybe one who's ahead of the gang. 3, how's that sound? And now I'm switching to a size 5, and I'm going to start just outlining our trees a little bit. Very, not perfectly. Words are hard. Scribbly, very scribbly. Starting with the top there, and then just kind of going like that, bringing this down here. Maybe just some lines of texture, scribbly little lines in there. And this one maybe will go behind this little shrub or tree or whatever it is. I guess it's a shrub. What do we think? I think we need to separate these two also. I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging that. You know what I'm not digging? That spot right there. I think it's okay if I just grab some paint. Oh, I know it's okay. I mean, come on. We're just playing here. And I'm just gonna put some yellow green in there to start, because who knows where this path is just going straight into the woods. Maybe there's a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab a dab of olive green. And kind of like that. There's a path that goes into the forest. That's what I'm saying. Okay, sorry, that was bothering me. Back to my number 5. And I'm just gonna kind of scribble some outlines. I mean, I'm not even doing outlines really. I'm just kind of scribbling some lines around our flowers to make them stand out a little bit more. You could even just dot stuff in there if you don't want to do scribbles. You know me, I love to scribble. It's freeing to me. There we go. You could put a couple lines in the path as well. What do you think? Maybe along the edge of the trees as well. I mean, the bottom of the trees is what I meant. I'm so glad I filled this in. I think it's still wet, or else I would maybe put a little black in there. All right, want to hear my Bible verse that this makes me think of? Well, I don't have it memorized, so I'm going to read it to you, and it's Matthew 7:13 and 14. It says, Jesus taught, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." So, why don't you think about that a little bit while I sign? And I know this is more of a path than a road, but maybe it is a road. Who am I to say? This is number 29 of 52. There we go, guys. Hope you have fun with this one. Would you be mad at me if I do a winter scene next week? Ooh, I'm really thinking about it. Stay tuned. We'll see what I come up with for next week. And I hope you'll come back and join me then.